And sometimes these things can be planned, and sometimes it just happens kind of, for me over the last 10 years, I would say it's been relatively unpredictable, my financial situation. When I've thought that I would have more, I had less. And when I thought that I would have less, I had more. It's been very, and maybe that's my inability to judge it well. I don't think it is. It could be, but I think it's more the unexpected nature of things, and also the ability to use what you have to your maximum efficiency. So, my principle is understanding if you can really only spend €1 where you could easily spend 2 or 3, then you can save a lot in that context. If you cut out luxuries and make sure you have all the basic necessities, and then luxuries are nice, don't get me wrong, luxuries are nice, but and I've always been a person who supported other people's luxuries. It's like, yeah, if you want it, get it. Like, I don't, but that doesn't matter. Right? So for example, my ex-partner has a bathroom cabinet full of things in the bathroom, right? There's these lipsticks and sprays and I did little bags with stuff in it, and I did some strange tools that look like scissors, but they're not, and I don't quite know what they do. And you know how women collect these things, right? I mean, any woman's bathroom cabinet is full of a lot of that stuff, right? And I have my toothbrush and my shaver, and that's it, I think. That's it. I don't need to buy expensive aftershave. I don't need to, there's nothing wrong with it. If people want to buy it, then you want to spend £25 making yourself smell like a flower, then that's fine. I have nothing against that. That's cool. You do that, right? But I think life is more about the management of resources than the actual resources. It's more about the management of what you have and what you do with it, and the ability to realize when you can spend more and when you can't, and to measure those things together. I was shocked when I first moved out to Slovakia and I saw how little people had. The people didn't have much, right? I was surrounded at certain points in time in my life here by people who didn't have a lot. And me, myself, I always worked to make sure I had something. But when I went out to Slovakia, I found people who worked and still had nothing. And I found extreme poverty in certain places. We're talking 20 plus years ago, when you go out to the northeast of the country, or you almost go over to the Ukraine border and you go to these villages and you meet people, and they're not as poor as people in India who have to live on $1 a day, which is absolute poverty. But people had like only one shirt, and one pair of shoes and stuff, and they didn't have enough money for other things. And that made me think a lot about what people value and what people buy and what people spend money on. And as a result, Slovaks are very shrewd. Shrewd means careful about where you spend your money. and but in an intelligent way. Yeah, by looking at by studying things. Like Slovakia has all those comparison websites of where I can buy this and how much it costs and blah 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 blah. See that
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't exist in other countries. It exists in some countries, but not all countries, because the people here, in general, think that, or they have enough in order to survive quite well, and as a result end up having too much
Mm.
of too much of everything. So and end up surrounded by objects and a lot of things that they don't need. Like all these, everyone's got 2 cars. This is like, do you need 2 cars? What do you need 2 cars for? Oh well, he's got a car, so I have to have a car. You could have a car together, and you could save a lot of money. Yeah, but we got the money, so we spend it on 2 cars. Okay, that's cool. Well, I guess spending money keeps the economy going, so good for that reason. But Slovakia for me was a lesson in how to be careful with your money. Look at where it's going and getting real value from where you're spending things, and making sure that you get something back from it. So